Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Let's talk about Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I am what I know. Sagittarius is the philosopher Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, the one that's on the search and the quest for knowledge and wisdom, always looking for higher learning, education. Sagittarius is optimistic. Um, it's happy. It's joyful. And I find working with individuals that are Sagittarius or even the mid-heaven Sagittarius are balanced when they find that there is a level to the negative side of Sagittarius that calls for escapism or avoidance. What that means is that because it is an optimistic energy, it wants always for things to be good. It's almost like a part of Libra that comes in and wants to balance things out. And that can't always happen immediately or until people have taken a journey in life. Avoidance comes in when we want things to be a certain way, but we live in a world that is opposite of the way that we actually live. In this here context, happiness and joy is all that Sagittarius wants to, actually experience. But if happiness and joy is all that the Sagittarius experienced, where would the learning be? Because learning wouldn't be a part of that. I mean, of course, if you experience hardships, after a while, you'll learn how to bring them in and say, okay, I experienced this and it was for my good. And the optimism is blended with the hardship, and it no longer looks as hard as it was when you were going through it. In context to that, the Sagittarian energy will try to escape looking at the challenge as it is and make excuses for not facing the challenge, overlooking all of the ugliness that it needs to get the full experience. So, avoidance and escapism means that I pick out the parts that I want, but the parts that I want may not be the impacting parts to get me as a Sagittarian energy loves to higher ground, because the Sagittarian energy may be optimistic, but it wants to go to higher grounds. These careers that they usually, have or forge into after they embrace the negative experiences have a lot to do with philosophy. Some of them can become doctors, they become explorers. They're very adventurous. They can't be locked down. You'll find a lot of them in the as entrepreneurs, depending on the placements. They become lawyers. They can work in the judicial system, judges, because they're coming over and blending somewhat into the 10th house. So they'll take energy from the 10th house also, and they can climb higher. They're teachers. They have the ability to become psychologists, ministers, and preachers. And all of these things are definitely in them because they become individuals that they chase after studying. They are world explorers. Some of this energy, Sagittarius placements, will travel a lot. And the most important thing is for them to understand when they're avoiding something that they really need to learn. Some of the areas of medical challenges will be in the back, the sciatic nerve, the thigh, because that's where the energy really originates. When Capricorn and Pluto and Sagittarius were in the 10th house, a lot of Scorpios and Capricorns and Sagittarians, and even individuals that have placements in that 10th house, were experiencing, sciatic nerve symptoms and problems with their leg or their thigh. And some of that was coming from the energy of the Sagittarius energy, Donald Trump has energy under this placement. I want to say that they do take gambles, meaning that they step out like he did, You have healers and creators of medicine, advanced medicine, that fall under the Sagittarius energy. So they can just about do anything that they come into mind with if they master their expansive selves, meaning they can be expansive with storytelling. And I don't mean storytelling in a good way. They can be gossipers. And anybody can, but these are things to look at when you look at expansion. They also gain weight around the middle part down to the hips and thighs. Women, you can know women that have a lot of Sagittarius energy from the waist down, because they become hippie. And even during this here time, a lot of women may see that they have experienced weight gain in the middle stomach area down into the hips, because Gemini and Sagittarius are North Node and South Node. Sag is in the North Node. So Sagittarius energy expands not only in the way that we talk and what we do and our ideas or our thoughts of what we want to do, it also expands in the body. All right. So this is a little bit of information on Sagittarius, the sun, and the careers, what you can do. And it depends on the placements, but it's a unique energy as all others. But it is very committed to higher learning and education, the 9th house. It's always seeking to learn. I think one of the things I would say is, as you learn, master the craft that you are focused on. And if you need any assistance with your astrology chart, email me at ifwbuilders@gmail.com. I am on YouTube at IFW Builders. It is Interfaith Wealth Builders, and also on Instagram at Inner Wealth Builders. So you guys be blessed, and I hope this helps you as we are changing over into a new energetic season. Aquarius is taking over. Oh yes, Chiron, the wounded healer, is very like unto Sagittarius, and so we know that Chiron was wounded in the leg, and it was a deadly wound. He became immortal through an exchange of energy with another. I can't remember the Greek. It wasn't a god, but it was something. He took on immortality so that he would have this pain, but it's like he would remember always what it was about. And this pain would teach him to teach others about pain. His immortality came in because, of the wounding, but it was in his leg. So you guys take that and be blessed and have a wonderful day.